A man who blamed his surgeon for continuing pain after a recent back operation bought an R-style rifle and opened fire hours later at a Tulsa medical office, killing the doctor and 3 other people in an attack that ended with him taking his own life, police said Thursday. The gunman called the clinic repeatedly complaining of pain and specifically targeted the doctor who performed the surgery, Tulsa Police Chief Wendell Franklin said. That physician, Dr. Preston Phillips, was killed Wednesday, along with Dr. Stephanie Husson, receptionist Amanda Glenn and patient William Love, police said. The attack occurred on the campus of St. Francis Health System in Tulsa. The chief identified the shooter as Michael Louie, 45, of Muskogee, Oklahoma. It was the latest in a series of mass shootings in the United States, including the deadly school shooting in Uvalde, Texas, and an attack on a supermarket in Buffalo, New York. Louie carried a letter that said he was targeting Phillips, Franklin said. The letter made it clear that he came in with the intent to kill Dr. Phillips and anyone who got in his way, Franklin said. He blamed Dr. Phillips for the ongoing pain following the surgery. A phone number listed for an address for Michael Louie in Muskogee was not working Thursday. Phillips was an orthopedic surgeon with an interest in spinal surgery and joint reconstruction, according to a profile on the clinic's website. He once served as lead physician for Tulsa's WNBA team before the franchise moved out of state, according to the Tulsa World. Dr. Cliff Robertson, president and CEO of St. Francis Health System, called Phillips a consummate gentleman and a man that we should all strive to emulate. He said the 3 employees who were killed were the 3 best people in the entire world and that they didn't deserve to die this way. Police believe Louie bought his weapons legally, Franklin said. Louie bought an R-style semi-automatic rifle on the afternoon of the shooting and a handgun on Sunday, the police chief said. Franklin praised the law enforcement officers, 911 operators and emergency for their immediate response to the attack Wednesday. Police responded to the call about 3 minutes after dispatchers received the report at 4:52 p.m. and made contact with the gunman at 5:01 p.m., authorities said Wednesday. Our training led us to take immediate action without hesitation, he said. That's exactly what officers do and that's what they did in this instance. The length of time it took police officers in Uvalde, Texas, to engage the gunman during last week's deadly school shooting at Robb Elementary School has become a key focus of that investigation. Officers waited over an hour to breach the classroom where the 18-year-old gunman attacked with an R-style semi-automatic rifle, killing 19 children and 2 teachers. Democratic leaders have amplified their calls for greater restrictions on guns since the Uvalde shooting, while Republicans are emphasizing more security at schools. The divide mirrors a partisan split that has stymied action in Congress and many state capitals over how best to respond to a record high number of gun-related deaths in the U.S. Oklahoma House Democrats on Thursday called for a special session to consider gun safety legislation, but that's unlikely to happen in a GOP-controlled legislature that has been pushing for years to loosen firearms restrictions. Republican Governor Kevin Stitt, who is running for re-election, said last week after the Texas shooting that it was too soon to talk about firearms policy. A pro-firearms group, The Oklahoma Second Amendment Association is an influential force at the state capitol, and the first bill Stitt signed into law after taking office in 2019 was a measure that allows most adults to openly carry firearms without the previously required background check or training. The shooting Wednesday also comes just more than 2 weeks after shooting at a Buffalo supermarket by a white man who is accused of killing 10 black people in a racist attack. The recent Memorial Day weekend saw multiple mass shootings nationwide, including at an outdoor festival in Taft, Oklahoma, 45 miles from Tulsa, even as single death incidents accounted for most gun fatalities. Since January, there have been 12 shootings where 4 or more people have been killed, according to the Associated Press/USA Today/Northeastern University Mass Killing Database. Those shootings have left 76 dead, including 31 adults and children in Buffalo and Texas, the database says. The death toll does not include the suspects in the shootings.